Hello everyone, this is Captain Alchemy Comics and I'm here to bring you a anime discussion. So today our discussion will be on the Samurai Troopers 2026 season titled Armor. So the episode starts off with a recap of episode 1, but from the perspective of Kaido, who will be considered the strata armor for this season. So he and his grandmother are walking through the town during the invasion, and they are caught in the crossfires of an attack from one of the dark armors. During the process, the grandmother is killed. During a deathbed confession, she reveals to Kaido that he is worthy of being one of the armors for the Samurai Troopers. Angered by this, he follows who he believes to be the killer of his grandmother, and it leads him to where we were near the end of episode 1, where Guy has saved Musashi from the fake or the try-hard Samurai Troopers, and now he is going on his own little evil tirade. During this process, Guy is interrupted by Ryusei, the current holder of the green halo armor. Ryusei quickly dispatches of a Guy by transforming fully into the green halo armor. Now, I find this one part very interesting because, the powers of the armors are very different from what they were in the previous franchise. That they might embody more of what their element is, where Ryusei was able to speed blitz and shoot lasers from his sword, I believe that was, where he immediately beats Guy. After everything is calmed down, Kaido grabs one of the bangles or the wristbands that they used to transform from one of the guys, and he begins to sneak off. Ryusei, along with Musashi, go their own way with Guy. Fast forward a few moments to the next day. Guy wakes up, now in his shackles, with a shock collar on his neck. You get a little banter between the pink-haired girl, Guy, and Guy, him calling her ugly and things like that. You have to have that type of character in the show and that type of interaction. But it is immediately interrupted by Guy admitting that he is trying to overthrow who is his father. And his father is the character Ramaga. And Ramaga is the Tulpa type character that will be in this season. Trying to figure out some things, they are immediately conveniently have a tape that gives them a little bit of exposition. But as they go through the tape, it gets taped over as you see kind of like a band on a stage that is reminiscent of some of the characters that are, or some of the guys that don the dark armor, or a few of the 9. Angered by some of the exposition getting cut off, it immediately cuts back to Kaido as he is taking his grandmother to, I guess, a station where some of the deceased bodies were that were in the attack. Immediately after this, the bodies begin to reanimate. This is mentioned in the video that these are a new kind of like minion type known as puppets, where if they are cut by the people who don the dark armor, they become like the zombified slaves that they can control. So he's kind of overrun, and he finds himself in a bus where some other people are hiding. During this process, he vows that he will protect them, and he dons his bangle, and he, goes into the first stage of being a samurai trooper. Going out, he tries to stop them the best he can, but he is immediately, helped by Ryusei. Now, to go on a quick tangent about Ryusei, where it seems that like his character is a temporary holder of the armor, because when he was fighting Guy, it seems like he is worthy of being a samurai trooper, but for some strange reason, there's some kind of sickly or adverse effect for every time he uses the full blown armor. So as he transfers it to the new person, there's going to be a reason why he needs to do that, and it will probably be for health reasons. But on that tangent, going back, he immediately gets with Kaido and tells him like, hey, you want to join the team and things like that. And he's very reluctant, being that he still believes like Guy might have killed his grandmother, and the guys are kind of crazy. Soon, they are also accompanied with Guy as he is snuck on the battlefield with a bangle of his own. Also now transforming into like the red form of the armor, or at least the beginning armor, and they begin to fight the puppets. The puppets are kind of, like Kai is a little reluctant because they were human at one point, but the other guys, being soldiers, aren't. It is soon discovered that who is controlling these guys is a dark armor user named Nezu, who is stated to have trained Guy in how to fight and things like that. They with some back and forth, they come to a common ground that Kaido has to figure out if he wants his resolve to be able to do this. So Kaido immediately takes out his grandmother, and Guy takes on the armored user. Him and Ryusei, or Guy and Ryusei, take out the Nezu, who was the controller of the puppets. After they take him out, which is interesting that they took out a guy this soon, he dies, and his aura kind of goes into Guy, which shows that like during this process, as they take out these guys, that this is part of the ritual that might be needed for Ramaga to take on his body. So as the show closes out, it cuts to the traveling army base, where they run into the character Yamato, who is the brother of Musashi. So as we go into the next episode, it's going to be, I guess, a Yamato and Musashi centered episode, where Yamato is the person of the hard rock or the yellow based armor. So closing out, I said this episode was again very exposition based. You find out a lot of information about Guy and his relationship to, I guess, who was his father, and why it might be important, because it seems like his age is very important to this ritual as well. So as time goes on, see how many of these people kind of take on the aura of these the rest of the knights, or the evil guys, and as we gain more of the new samurai troopers we'll have. So it's a very exciting ride. It's the second episode is starting out very strong, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And like I said, so this was a good episode as well. I'm happy about it. It's coming along great, and it's not what I was expecting, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So come back for episode 3 if this is something you want to see. Like, comment, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.